is just about out of drive after that. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Sticks the combo. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Scrapping it out, up picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Hits him with a stop and pop. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Now you know.
They just made that very tricky combo look. Oh no, they're stunned. We have super R top. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2, oh my god, they just choked it up. Looking for a chance. Flies in with a fist of genius read with that throw escape. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. It puts the super armor to good use. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. Player 2, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Now you know.
Player 1 is in a pretty good blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 needs to use their SH ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Stays cool in counters. Hold your breath. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2, this is a huge chance to make them feel it. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Neither of them willing to back off here. Experiencing burnout, hits them for get some. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything? Burnout activates. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. That last round shows just how important corner pressure is to winning a match. You really need to keep pushing while avoiding the corner yourself. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. What? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Experiencing burn wraps it up with a decisive combo. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The Gladius pries them open. Hits up the counter. This is going, gotta do better than that. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Dashes. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation. Oh, yo! Gets it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Super! That's what we want to see. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? What? Flatline zone. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super arm. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Did well to get the buff in there. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 chases them down. Takes the chance to hurt him. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Our fighters got up close and personal last round and really took it to each other. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know history.
Player 1, burnout activates. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Make smart use burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Okay, here we closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Saihasho? Both fighters are raring to go. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? What? You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. A quick breather. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Throws that off. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Okay, wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Jumps. Forward. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Gotta do better than that. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Noticeable life lead is the throw is denied. After them with a balance. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? What are they gonna do? Turns out. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving. Oh my God! The super! The super blocks! It is over! Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage! It's not over yet! Let's believe it's time for that run back! Super armor! Hold and calculated! Hits him with a stopping block! Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws him down. Player 1 is just about out of drive ammo. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Gets a crucial back throw in. Very solid corner switch. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Neither of them willing to back off here. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Max FO, burnout triggered. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big raw critical. What's gonna happen? KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game god sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor? Connects with the throw. Still, they were ready to pounce on that impact. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Oh, here we go. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Super armor. Cold and calculated. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What's next? Are we gonna close it out? Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. even think they care that others called next. We're getting back into it. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Solid combo. Grabs him, takes him all the way to the corner with that. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Very solid corner switch. Taking stock. Nice solid counter. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. With the throw. Uses the target combo as a filler. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They just won't stop switching sides. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Breaks the block with a throw. Still slugs burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Or the drive impact doesn't work. Impact squash. In there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is the grab. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Jumps up. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 2 can't let hits him with a stopping block. Excellent damage on the finds the target. Goes up a bump. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Turns out. Connects with the throw. This can lead to some big damage. Oh, here we go. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 1 can big this time to block this out. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it.
Such a lovely game.
Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. In with the phalanx. Goes with the safe stuff with that part. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super arm. Puts one in the pocket. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. All right, what's coming? Puts the super armor to good use. Oh, burnout triggered. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't afford mistake KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Balance from above. Are we going to see some fireworks here? They exchange blows. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Goes for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in. Burnout activates. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They back the opponent into, got him up against the wall, and the stud is there. What'll happen here? Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Any mistake here, this is gonna hurt. Oh, here we go. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. Throws them. They just won't stop, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Will this super art do anything? Lifts them with a knee and brings them down. What will they do next? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Yo, raw super hit. Next, the counter. What are they gonna do? In with the phalanx. Catches them out. Go for them with the phalanx. Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Nice solid counter. Still slugging it out here. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. What are they thinking here? Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Life lead opens up. Order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Goes for the super arm? The super doesn't hit! Oh, burnout triggered! And the throw ends the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The soup lands a punish counter for the first hit. Gets the combo. Grabs him. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player one holding onto that corner and puts the super armor to good use. Going in. Goes for the Tona twist to mix them with the overhead. Player two will need to play it conservative. Oh, burnout triggered. Both fighters planning something? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They're going for the super arm. Add up that grip, muscle, and speed, and we're talking a heap of damage. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Such a lovely face.
Flatline zone. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. With the throw. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Oh, easy tech. Experiencing burnout. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Gotta be careful not to win. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Pushing through with the Gladius. Can't tech the throw. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Super on deck for both fighters. They're going for the super arm? That's not gonna hit. They decided to put the super armor to good use. Player one will burn out. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one will have to deal with this game. It's a good spot to use the super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to, and it's just enough. Solid beat on the bars.
Now you know history.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? That drive impact doesn't get through. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Knockdown. Big counter. Misses the drive impact. Burnout is triggered. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one is gonna have to take a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Flies in with a sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Power in there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Balance from above! Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? The drive impact is denied. Going in? Flies in with a fist. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Throws him. In with the phalanx. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink for burnout? But they may have a plan here. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Come for them with a balance. Who's going to steal this win? Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. We're just getting started here. Who'll take control? Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2, super armor. Cold and calculated. Player 2, wall splat into the guard break. This is gonna hurt. The Gladius prized them open. Huge chance out of that wall splat. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish.
Now you know history.
Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.